Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Morrigan Society, a Mythic Ireland Vaesen campaign. I am one of your resident nerd on wheels, Mary, and I'm super excited to be running this lovely adventure for you all this evening. Before we hop into it, uh, let's get a quick introductions from everyone, and we are going to start with Lewis.
Hello, that's me. I'm back. Uh Lewis Wolf, it's Lewis W basically everywhere. I am back with Delilah Hall, renowned detective, and I will pass it over to Ran.
Hi, I am Ran. I use she, her pronouns, and I will be Celadonna, passing it to Mr. Williams.
I am Steve, playing Mr. Williams, the butler, and finally popping over to Crimson.
Hi everyone, Crimson Soul, and I will be playing Violet Eklund, the Vagabond. I don't have a special anything for her here, but you'll know her when you see her, if you do.
Before we hop into everything, we are going to start things a little differently now that you guys have fully unlocked the house. You now have access to both the Morrigan archives as well as the Apollonian archives. So, we're going to start this episode with an excerpt of a first-hand account from September of 1722. My wife, Grace Connolly, has gone missing. She had gone down to the river to wash some clothes. Normal activity until I heard a shrill scream. I raced out of the house, down to the river, and she was gone. Clothes strewn about, blood in the water, and I swear I saw movement under the waves, under the river, as it rushed by. I was glad I had a weapon on me, as emerging out of the wakes of the water was a large creature bearing sharp teeth, and I knew my days were numbered. As we dive into the episode tonight, I would like to give a quick content warning as this episode will deal with animalistic Vaesen, possibly veiled harm to animals. This will have uh, content of body horror, psychological horror, um, grief, death, and paranormal, occult objects and occultism, real world religion, and general mature themes. If this is not something that you would be interested in, we have many other wonderful shows on Nerds with Dice that you can look into our archives over on YouTube for VODs of our recent shows. As we dive into things, you all had some upgrades from completing a mystery. Uh, we've done some discussion on what we want those upgrades to be. I know there was talk of wanting to do possibly the occult library. And to remind me, what does the occult library do for you all?
Once per mystery, one player can get a free success on a roll for locating or understanding occult knowledge, as long as they explain, I remember reading that in Grey's Anatomy. I don't know.
Love it. And then there was another one, Crimson, that you were looking at wanting to get.
Uh, yeah, I'm gonna be a little lame and say that we should go for the Annals of Society, just so that we can get that one extra XP from session to session.
Hey, power gaming works in this game very well, and it's
Hmm.
perfectly valid. Um, Especially with all the cool talents that you guys can eventually get, and from some of the third party sources that I have yet to post. But um, how does that feel for first upgrades? And I think you have some leftover points that you can eventually decide on as things go by.
I believe we have to pick one or the other. As far as I know, we have 8 points. One of those costs 4. One of them costs 5. Unless we're having a sale, buy one get one slightly off.
How
That could be
about
so silly. Like,
I will do.
realistically.
I'm a kind and benevolent GM.
Mhm.
I will have, at least for now, William Stuckley III will spot you that extra resource to be able to buy it. And you may owe a favor later down the line if that is something you're all good with.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, I babysit Trinket all the time, so
Exact.
Funny, that's what Trinket says about you.
Got him.
Basically.
Mr. Stuckley has left Trinket to aid you all in the start of this new business venture that is reestablishing the Morrigan Society. It has been about a month since our last mystery. How are you all settling into the house? All the renovations have been completed. The time-space continuum issues that you were having in the different hallways has now settled, and the floor plan is actually pretty clear to map out. But how are you guys doing in the house? Is there anything that you've done to make it your own? We can start. Whoever would like to start. How's the last month been for you?
I feel like it's easiest for me to say because I was the least affected from that entire adventure last week. Delilah almost got eaten. And as far as Celadonna and Mr. Williams here, each had their own separate mental break, with Celadonna just being completely taken out. Violet jumped out a window to go grab a bridle, and then came back and put the mare under control, and was just like, why are you all freaking out? So what she's done over the last month, as part of being a vagabond, she doesn't like to leave behind like a really big she doesn't like to leave behind signs that she was there. So her room is still kind of like empty and unpacked. It's a place that she goes to and she's okay with going to, but like you might catch her sleeping somewhere else just because it feels weird to be in the same place every night. But she's also just kind of like fully mapped out the house, like which boards creak, which ones don't, where it's easiest to like just kind of like not be seen all that well. She moves around this entire manor now like a ghost. If you thought she was quiet before, you will just be like, hey, I wonder where Violet is. I'm right behind you. Oh my God, how long have you been there? Like, I don't know, 20 minutes or something. So that's basically her just getting used to the place, is getting used to like how to have the least amount of presence possible.
Valid. It's as far as the places you've stayed in, they've done a pretty darn good job at making it homey for being a giant castle. There are many nice amenities. Some need to be refurbished, but house is in working order. And you do know that just from your time scoping out the place, that this castle holds many secrets, and the general floor plan that you have may not be all the rooms that lie within the castle. But over the last month, Trinket has tried to make your room a little bit more homey, to varying levels of success. But she definitely respects your choice in keeping it sparse. As we move on to the next person, as Violet has been settling in, Celadonna, you had taken an injury at the end of the last mystery. What have you been doing to help recover from that?
I think so. First of all, I would say the room that she is settling in is definitely like a east facing in the morning, with large windows so she can stretch out a little bit in the sun and commune with the moon a little bit at night, or rather too early in the morning. She's just been doing a lot of, she doesn't realize she's doing yoga, but that's what she's doing, just stretching out, twisting her twisting her limbs in strange positions, that resembles vines a little bit too much, and just spending a lot of time lying down, or on the floor or on the branch of the tree that is basically extending itself into her room at this point, and just finding every opportunity to cultivate a variety of different herbs. Some of the soil that she has placed inside of her room, like some of the herb is just growing on the floor of her room at this point, and it smells like the garden. I think she's also, if possible to you, GM, has taken in a stray cat from somewhere.
Yes.
100%. I mean, there's cat in many cultures, cats can be very auspicious, but one does happen to, or I would say actually, uh, just because of how often they do show up in my camera, uh, there are uh, three small kittens that just so happen to wander onto the estate. One is an orange cat that is a little bit rotund for being a kitten. Uh, he is a bit of a high energy, but is very much a roly poly little animal. Uh, one is a tortoiseshell cat that is a little bit skittish and would take a little bit of time to be able to fully tame, but would be very devoted once that happened. And then there's a white cat with more cream tipped ears and nose that is a bit more aloof, but almost seems to be constantly prowling the grounds on watch.
Think we're gonna call them garlic, caraway, and rosemary.
I love it.
Excellent. That's
Ooh.
good. Garlic's a great name for a cat.
Isn't it?
Garlic.
Wait, isn't it deadly to cast?
Yes, but you know, it works.
It's fine.
All right, I've got that written down. But yes, the kittens have been wreaking havoc a little bit in the house, much to
Mhm.
the chagrin of your assigned butler from
Yeah,
the
and I feel
society.
like taking care of the cat has been difficult, right? But whenever Celadonna isn't in her room, um, I will also think she's spent quite a bit of time with Kiva, just chatting away and maybe doing a little bit of a sing-alongs. And Kiva is probably going to be really helpful taking care of the cats. After all, the cats can see ghosts. That's an established thing. We all know about this, right?
Kiva very much is very interested in the cats, almost greeting them as though she's met them previously in a
Oh.
past life. But you,
Speaking
there's a
of
kitty.
cat,
There he is.
yep.
Um, but Kiva is very happy to help. Now that the majority of her power is not in use trying to contain a malevolent creature, she is able to fully coalesce into a spirit form that everyone can see. She can speak and can do some interaction with the living world, um, moving things back into place. She is very particular about things being in order, something that she gets along with very well with Trinket about. But surprisingly, as the kittens have been causing mischief, she's been trying to corral them, but they're cats. There's only so much you can do. And this has been becoming quite the troublesome issue with your assigned butler, Carlton.
Carl.
Mr. Williams, how have you been doing with a dual butler situation in this manner?
I take issue with that description. There's only really one of us. Williams starts out, and you tell me how long this takes. But however long it takes, he starts this month sitting by Delilah's bed, taking care, watching over, waiting for her to come back to us. So however long that takes, he's in for the duration. But a month sounds like it's been enough that we've got other stuff going on too. I think his big project, which is keeping him away from Carlton, thankfully, is having dumped out all of his tea, all of his herbs, all of his spices. He is carefully rolling up his trouser legs and getting to work building an herb garden out front, out back probably.
There
Which is
is a nice.
probably separate from Celadonna's, but he's probably volunteering to take care of hers as well because it's kind of the same workflow.
You know, Celadonna really appreciate the fact that Mr. Williams does not mind that her room is covered in dirt. Carlton is a little bit more particular about that.
Oh. One of those kittens you said, Rosemary, I think, prowls the grounds. I am trying to decide whether Mr. Williams would be more horrified by the cat bringing in some dead animal, or whether he would pretend not to see it just so Carlton can have to deal with it.
Okay. I'm curious how the cats get along with Ian.
I would say in general they get along fine. Although the rotund orange cat does try and put Ian in his place every now and then.
Mhm.
Very much in the whack of like I am in charge. But absolutely the orange cat is very puny compared to Ian's size. How Ian deals with that is up to you, but very much the orange cat seems to be a little bit big for his britches at times.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's very much like he gets whacked by a cat, and he just kind of like he is very patient, but he also just kind of like doesn't react or anything, and just kind of looking at the cat until the cat stops.
Just.
I should also mention, since we've already established that Williams has a habit of making sure he's got the right treat on hand for whoever. So he's got his biscuit in one pocket for Trinket, and he's got an apple for the coachman's horse. He has been trying very dutifully to figure out what each of these kittens' favorite treat is, but somehow it seems like what they are head over heels for one day, they're completely uninterested the next, and this is just he will figure it out. He will figure it out, but taking some doing. Surely that's something we'll grow out of.
Delilah didn't grow out of it.
Well, yes. Hopefully they will mature more quickly than her ladyship. Though I would not say that in her presence.
Delilah currently conked the fuck out. How long has Delilah been out, Mary?
Yeah, so you fully unconscious in that like catatonic state, that like when the mare feeds off of you, probably about a week to get back your energy, and then I would say for the last 3 weeks, you definitely have felt like general fatigue.
Mhm.
But it's up to you of how well you bounce back from being fed on.
I think, to the untrained eye, Delilah looks totally normal. But I think Mr. Williams would be able to tell that she is like, I would say like struggling a bit with like getting back at it. Absolutely does not like, it's like only Mr. Williams would be able to tell because Delilah does not show it whatsoever to like anyone else. But I think she's just been in her study looking over things. Is she fond of the three cats? Absolutely not. But I think that Garlic, because you know how cats always like they are drawn to the people that don't like them. Garlic is usually in Delilah's office, and Delilah's sentiment is, well, at least you don't move things around. I think the ward that keeps Trinket out of Delilah's office still active. Still active.
She's yet to figure that one out.
Yep. Delilah's really just been holing up in her study for a month, not really talking to anyone.
Understandable. Now, so I can keep them straight. Which is which? So we've got an orange cat, a white cat, and a tortoiseshell cat. Which is Garlic, Caraway, and Rosemary?
The rotund one is Garlic. Like the garlic bulbs. I think Caraway is the white, creamy white one, and then the tortoiseshell is Rosemary.
Perfect. Okay. It is in the notes.
Can I ask one slight thing? Could we maybe make Rosemary like Rose or something? Just because Rosemary is Steve's mom's name and it's just weird.
Valid. That is valid. Does Rose sound good for everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Or that.
Awesome. So we've got Garlic, Caraway, and Rose. They have been in the process of wreaking havoc in the house. And for Delilah, it is quite interesting how, and remind me again, which one is the one that likes to go to your office?
It'd be Caraway then, the one that is usually in Delilah's office, but Delilah doesn't bother it. It usually doesn't bother Delilah. Garlic though, Garlic I think is usually underfoot.
Yes, 100%. There's a nice little window that has a little like a thicker part of a windowsill that Caraway constantly is like sitting at, watching out the window in varying levels of creepy manner. Garlic does get underfoot quite easily and does fall off of things with not the most nimbleness that you would expect a cat to. But it's been keeping the house interesting, and Rose has been able to bring nice little gifts for Carlton to clean.
I think
But
something that happens with the cats is definitely something that happens with like cats and like quiet people is that they kind of just gravitate towards you. Like you haven't been in the center of attention for long enough, so they just kind of walk over and stare at you for a bit. So every now and then, if like Violet is like asleep on a couch or something, she'll wake up to like the three cats staring at her and be like, what do you want?
What do you want?
What are you doing? They don't
In the most
respond.
prim and proper manner of just like staring down at you. Rose definitely has the cat glare, where she just looks like she's peering into your soul and definitely was staying there while you slept.
Mhm.
Varying levels of creepy, but so far they've been doing pretty well, and it's been pretty quiet
Mhm.
as far as jobs go, for both the
I think
Apollonian.
very specifically, it's not worded, although Delilah could word it. Just says like on the sign that like Carlton is not permitted to enter this room, like in her study.
Yeah, much to his chagrin, because he's a nosy person. Um,
That's kind of particularly part of the reason he's not allowed in there.
Hey, he probably loves me because he goes into my room to like clean or whatever, and it's just like, oh, everything is exactly the same way it was. Do you sleep in here? I mean, yeah, like a couple times a week. Wait, where do you sleep when you don't sleep in here? Around.
Around.
there is currently in Galway, has been a resurgence in many of the shops that were abandoned during the famine are now being renovated and moved back into as things are slowly becoming better. And with how much money you've been pouring into the house, it's actually done a lot to revitalize the local economy. Um, there are many new shops in Galway that have opened. The town square, as it was. This is a smaller town, about 800 population at this point in history. Um, Mostly it is rural, but there is a nice little, basically, town square area near the port, um, that has a few different businesses. And actually, you all would know, it also has some fronts for the Apollonian Society. The ways that they can kind of make coin in the more mundane ways, as well as shops and things that people can meet in, depending on what mission they're on. Um, you would have been all sent a letter by Apollonian leadership to basically make yourselves known in the area, to hopefully get people to come to you with jobs. And you were all given a stipend, each of you, of 4 resources to actually go and purchase things. Um, in addition to your already the resources that you get permission.
What's the resources we get permission?
Resources permission, you get a base income of whatever your resources are on your sheet. Um, in addition to that, you get free spending money, which is where you roll the number of dice equal to your resources. Everyone's character sheet, depending on your archetype, or if you rolled for it, you would be given a resource number. That's how many d6s you roll. However many successes are extra resources that you have of like spare change and spending money, other than your general income.
Not a single 6. I'm so sad.
But you always have your base resources at least.
Mm.
And now 4 additional resources to go out into Galway to spend. But business has been slow. The word has slowly been getting out to the different villages, hamlets, and larger cities that there is a new Apollonian HQ for those in the know. And business will be coming soon. It's just a slow point. But that does give you time for your regular activities and time for hobbies, other more mundane work. But during this slow season, it is a Thursday in April. And what are you all up to at this point?
I think Delilah is probably still in her study. More locked in on like other things than usual, but like more bored than when we first started. Like she's bored, which makes her kind of agitated and cranky and slightly unpleasant, though Mr. Williams would never call Delilah unpleasant.
Certainly not. Not to your face.
I think that Violet has been hanging around the library. Not like the one that's indoors, like has been going out. Like there's still lots of stuff that's indoors, but is trying to see if she can find any information again about like anything around her, anything around like her home where she would have been from, researching the town that where she came out the woods to see if there's ever been like a history of a village out that way or something. And then other than that is because we're still fairly, or because we're new to Galway, is doing the same thing she's basically been doing inside the house, walking around, finding places people gather, the people who she thinks are trustworthy, people she can have a conversation with, places where she should and should not be as a vagabond.
%. As you're kind of like going through the town of Galway, like I said, there are a few different shops that have been opening. There is a chocolate shop, a variety of apothecaries. Um, there is a new library that has opened in the area. And of course, you've got your general pub. Everything is more of a unique and calm little town. There are some what I would consider more of like the criminal underbelly, but you kind of have to search those out a little bit. Um, and you've been able to find every alleyway and easy escape that you have the town pretty well mapped out in your mind should you be chased by anyone or be followed. You feel like you have a pretty good grasp on how to get out of a tail in this town. There, I will say, go ahead and roll for me a observation empathy, just to see like what you hear from the locals.
Okay, and last week we established that if I want to succeed, I cannot roll all of my dice at once. So this is 6 individual d6s.
Oh. Woof. Just the
Okay.
uh-huh.
So it fell off of the thing I was holding it onto.
Right.
But right as it did, it was a 6, and then it fell off and it turned into a 3. I gotta hang on. I want to say that was a mulligan. That's all right. It didn't get any better. Not a single success. I'm sick. Next time, roll them all.
Oh goodness.
So as I said, this is kind of like a more rural area, and as such, the roads are not always the best paved. So I would like you to mark a physical condition, and you also, as you're kind of like tumbled, you do see someone kind of come over to you, seeing that you fell, that you would know of as Father Doyle. Just kind of seeing you fall over, uh, he kind of rushes over and he says, "Violet, are you all right? You took a bit of a tumble there."
It's like, yeah, just you know how it is, Father. Just didn't see me. The road got away from me. That's all right. And she has her walking sticks now. She's kind of like getting back up a lot more like calm and measured on it. It'll heal up in no time.
Well, we do have a get together later tonight. We've got a few of the different travelers that are coming to town. We're going to hopefully have uh, a nice dinner, sort of a early celebration, if you will.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like that. I get a chance to meet a couple of new people around here.
Uh, I believe the entire town is coming out and bringing things for it. Uh,
Okay.
so it should be a good time. A nice levity after so much hardship the last few years. So hope to see you. And you you would know Father Doyle is a very much always has his church open to any vagabonds or travelers that are in need of comfort and safety.
Hmm.
Uh, very much is not someone that pushes religion. There to be a listening ear, and happy to help anyone in need, uh, and is not afraid of getting his hands dirty. You know that he has a past himself, and may or may not have different nicknames within the criminal underground.
Hmm.
Um, but you would find out that later in the night, a small city festival is starting. Uh, that might be something fun to go and see. Um, as Violet, we move the camera off of Violet. Uh, Mr. Williams, as the head butler, it Carlton has been uh, a little nosy lately. You've caught him a few times peeking into the archives and looking into things that are not necessarily part of the job description. You caught him once looking through the desk files that basically showcased the different deeds and important documents for the Apollonian Society headquarters, but he hasn't been fully caught yet. But you can tell that he's quite nosy to figure out what is all going on here.
It's been a month. I think Delilah has probably given Mr. Williams a talking to about being a little bit too explicit with his disdain for Carlton. So he's trying to behave himself. He's trying to
It wasn't a stern talking to.
well, it doesn't have to be. He's trying to in the parlance of another age, keeps cool. He is also keeping an eye open and basically keeping track of, okay, he's had access to this and this and that over there. I think I might take the opportunity to find some other places to store some of the stuff that he hasn't found yet.
A great place to store it.
Yes, you are able to easily store the things you do not want him to find in Delilah's office. For some reason, he just can't seem to walk through that door. Can't really figure out why, but he does stay away. And Delilah,
Mhm.
you have many different correspondences with your private investigator business that you also would have heard of the event happening later tonight. A nice little pre-festival before the big spring festival of the year.
Mhm.
Um, it is sort of a get to know everybody since there are so many newcomers coming to Galway, as well as for the people that live in the rural areas to get to know their neighbors and a nice little get together. But you might be able to find a new job there, or I guess a new mystery to solve should you
Mhm.
investigate it.
And then inquiry. Does the castle, like Galway Castle, have any catacombs?
Yes, absolutely it does.
We can buy them with our points.
Yeah, honestly, you can. Um, the general floor plan, and I can send this to you guys during break. But the basement floor has a variety of actually dungeons, as well as it would also have um, a connection to the uh, on the estate. You have the main castle, but there's
Mhm.
also a small church off to the side that has kind of been left in disrepair. In the chapel, there is a basement that connects to the catacombs, and you have been able to find a secret entrance from your basement that connects to the rest of the catacombs, like as almost like a secret exit if
Mhm.
you needed it.
Well, in a non-game mechanic way, since we haven't unlocked mechanic, with our points. I think if Delilah's not in her office, she sneaks off to the catacombs.
What are you hoping to find there?
Um, she's just checking her watch a lot. She's not really looking for anything specifically. That's just, her place where she does things. Her dark secret, if you will.
Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah. So, I will say, Celadonna, as you've been able to kind of like moving the camera over uh, to the nice herb garden that's outside, you and Kiva, uh, it since it is finally getting warm out, you're able to like fully tend to it a little bit better. There's also a nice little greenhouse set up to be able to have your garden all year round. Um, but Kiva, the ghost, as she's using her energy to like lift up a watering can to pour and water some of the flowers that were her favorites. She will say, "Celadonna, are I have a small request.
What can I do for you?
Well, tonight there's supposed to be a big party of sorts, and I was wondering if I could maybe uh, store myself in one of your, maybe in your necklace, so I could go and see it. I can't really leave the castle grounds unless I'm, how should I say, uh, s- stowed away of sorts.
Um, I could maybe let you come inside me and you can have a dance during some of the festival moment if you like.
Her eyes just kind of light up with excitement, and she says, if it's not too much, maybe a dancer too. But it's a lot
That'll
of
be grand.
energy for both of
Well,
us to do that. So maybe just a short time.
well, we'll see how it goes.
You
Would you
gotta
like
stop
to
letting
go?
spirits possess you, man.
Well, would you like to help me pick out a new dress then? If we're going to go to this festival and possibly dance with somebody.
Just eyes lit and glimmering in her ghostly form, uh, as she says, "You know, it might be a little old-fashioned, but I could show you a secret room. There might be some interesting fabrics and things in there. Uh, there's some enchantments in there to hopefully keep things the way it was. But come on."
Yeah,
And
she will follow her.
uh, she fully, like, not realizing doors are a thing, just floats through the side of the greenhouse, uh, taking the shortcut that you're able to follow to find on the second floor. Uh, there is a room that is uh, off of the seance parlor. The seance, most of the rooms that you haven't unlocked yet are just kind of covered in white sheets to keep the dust from getting everywhere. And they at least are not where you will get injured by investigating them now. All of the different foundational issues have been solved. But you see that Kiva brushes one of the large mirrors in the seance parlor with her hand, and kind of showing you the pattern of the gems you need to push on. Uh, and once you push on those gems that are inlaid into this very, very fancy mirror, um, the mirror begins to creak and slowly creaks open, revealing what looks like a disguise room. Inside, there are beautiful gowns, huge bolts of fabric of varying styles and bright colors, and all of it is very well preserved. You can tell that there's some sort of enchantment on this room to make it so the weathering of time has not been able to cause damage to anything inside it. But there are a variety of dresses that, in a pinch, could be made to be in the current style, and many bolts of fabric that could be sewn into a dress.
Oh, isn't that exciting? Was there a good old favors of yours anywhere here? Maybe relive one of the happier days?
She goes digging through one of the large chests, and you see her form kind of flicker as clothes just look as though they are just flying out of the chest. As she pulls out this beautiful blue, like midnight blue gown that has stars and moons embroidered throughout it. And you can tell, like, there's a nice skirt, there is a bodice top that, with a few alterations, could absolutely work for today's styles.
Well, do you think is there like someone who we know who is a tailor in town of some sort, or someone who, oh, you know what, I'm going to go look for Trinket. She will get a kick out of this. So she would just pick up the gown and then go search for Trinket and see if there's something she can do.
You search for Trinket. 9 times out of 10, you're going to find her in the larder, where she is probably trying to figure out where Carlton has hidden the honey jar uh, for that week. But You see her just catch her right in the middle of trying to drag this jar out of a much larger clay pot that it had been hidden in. Um, kind of like very much using her little feet to like get leverage to pull the jar up and out. And eventually she just quits and just takes the lid off and just scoops uh, to get a. She doesn't use her hand, but you see that she's gotten a thimble that is about the size of her head, in reference of she is about only 2 inches tall. But she just or I would say she's not 2 inches tall. She's probably more like 4 inches tall on a good day. But she uses the thimble and scoops it like a giant bucket uh, to scoop the honey, and then is sitting on the edge of the shelf, kind of using her little hands to eat the honey.
Trinket, I might have a job for you. I'm
You got a
assuming
job?
you. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'll pay you in honey if you would like.
And you see like her eyes just light up, and just in her she begins to like salivate of the idea of being paid in honey. And she's what do you need?
I would just show her the gown and say, "Well, do you think you could alter this to my size and maybe some of the more recent fashion?"
She starts like wiping her hands on her shirt, and then they stick to the shirt. So then she just kind of snaps her fingers, and you see suds begin to form on her hands as they just begin to be magically washed off. And she like dries them on her pants, and then looks at the fabric, kind of climbs up it to get a good look at everything. And she says, "Yeah, I can get this fixed in no time. You need it tonight? I might have to call in some friends. It's a lot
Well,
of
we're
fabric."
hoping we're hoping to get together for tonight's festival. Will be fun.
Okay,
And
okay.
well, how many of your friends are gonna be here? Maybe we could scrunch up some more honey for all of you.
Oh, I probably am gonna need at least so three to four. So, if you just get a teacup, that should be enough for us all.
Right. Um, is there like a honey stash that I would know about in the larder that, reachable by human?
Yes, there is some honey kept under lock and key
Mm-hmm.
in a storage box, like it almost looks like a toolbox that Carlton has hid the majority of the honey in. Um, with you'd have to get the key from Carlton,
I
but
mean, you could
or
break the box. Carlton sucks. We don't like
Mhm.
or you
Carlton.
could pick the lock. You do have a variety of people that are skilled in different methods of larceny. So,
Yeah,
um,
But
I'm
Trinket
just gonna
might
take.
like honey, but I have sticky fingers.
I might just take the whole box with me. Um, and I'll say, well, I'll figure out a way to open this up. But don't worry, your friends and yourself, and your good self will definitely get a teacup of honey.
she just kind of gives you a salute, and then kind of poofs out of existence as she goes to get some friends to help her fix your dress. Um, as we shift into later in the night, Celadonna, you check back in with Trinket, and you see that there's about four different creatures of different Fey groups. You see actually a friend of yours, the Banshee, uh, that seems to be very carefully sewing the bodice. There is a cluricon that is drunkenly hiccuping as he kind of fixes a beautiful lace hem, and Trinket is bossing everybody around.
Naturally.
There's also you can see that there are a few pixies that seem to be getting distracted every so often, and you see that Trinket has to get out this like almost a cone made of paper to amplify her voice to get everybody to pay attention. But she is walking around like a drill sergeant, making sure that everyone is finishing the dress on time.
That's amazing. Yeah, I think she's just gonna turn to Kiva and say, "Well, see, what was what are some other things that you remember enjoying at the festival?"
Well, I do remember that there were always these honey cakes. They were obnoxiously sticky, but the flavor was just the perfect bite of spring. And depending on where they harvested the honey from, it would taste more of lavender or of clover. Uh, they even had some special dandelion syrup that it sounds strange, but uh, beautiful floral flavor. And she describes a bunch of these very classic desserts that took a lot of time and preparation. That many of the recipes have died out today, but if you get a hold of the right people, you might be able to find uh, the exact thing she's talking about.
Right, then we just have to make sure when we are sharing the experience, we'll get us some honey cake.
She gives a nod, and you see her begin to like focus as she uh, binds herself to your necklace, so she can leave the castle grounds.
Yeah.
Um, is there any other
If I
questions?
had if I had a nickel, every time I played a character with a
Uh-huh.
pocket necklace, I will have 2 nickels.
Which is not a lot, but it's weird it's happened twice.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed. I love it. Any other preparations you guys would like to do before the festival that evening?
I think I almost forgot my character's name. Delilah does eventually leave the catacombs. Probably still has a cobweb on her shoulder that she's not really, paying attention to or acknowledging. But her outfit for the evening, because yippee, dress up in TTRPGs, funnily enough, was gonna be like a navy suit. So we're manifesting the roommates. We're manifesting the roommates so hard. Yeah, just a navy blue suit, because she's not one for dresses. They're wildly impractical for everyday wear and also movement, but that's an argument for another day. Um, but I think she's in it now and is, for the first time in a while, not in her steady and or the catacombs.
The only preparation that Violet has made is wrapping her ankle, so that way she does not walk as if she hurts as bad anymore.
You're able to get it wrapped up, and there's it would be quite easy to have it tended to. Go ahead and roll a medicine precision check for me, just to see if we can get that pesky condition to go away.
All right, cool. Precision is my worst stat, And medicine
Or if
is
anyone else would like to help,
I'll
do a
help.
medicine
I'll see if
check.
I can help. I at least have 4 dice.
all right. Like, it's not awful. I've got 3. We'll see how this works. I'm living life on the edge, and I'm rolling all of them at the same time. Let's go.
Yep. I'll also do that.
Nothing.
I got 1 6.
So, Delilah, you see Violet struggling to get her ankle wrapped. You're able to make sure that she doesn't cut off circulation to her leg. And you can go ahead and heal that condition, Violet.
I think how it happens is Delilah like sees you, just like and then just like goes over quietly and like wraps it properly.
I think there's a moment of appreciation here that you haven't made a deal of this, and that it's just like, we had a moment. Thank you for this. We both go our separate ways. We don't talk about it.
Is there any prep that Mr. Williams does for this evening?
So he's brushing fur off of his nice black outfit for the 100th time today.
Right.
Has a thought, goes to talk to Trinket about it, but Trinket's busy with friends doing alterations to the dress. But he's watching them, and watching them with the cup of honey, and in the back of his brain, fur, sticky, Carlton's pants.
No.
Not going to do anything about it yet, but he's going to have some plans to hatch with Trinket later.
Oh my god.
In the meantime, though, as the others are carefully dressing up, he is just as carefully dressing down, trying to, basically look like one of the guys. So the bow tie is gone. The shirt is unbuttoned, and somewhere from the depths of his stuff, he has
Hell
himself
yeah.
properly adorned. And he has a bundle wrapped in cloth, tucked under one arm, which he refuses to explain. He tries yet another treat for one of the kittens, and nose in the air, and just walks away.
As you all begin to make your way to the Galway town square, you see that many people have brought out their kitchen tables. There is a variety of mismatched chairs, as everyone has just kind of brought out all of the things from their own homes to furnish this gathering. And you see that they have lined up the tables to have a good overlook of the both the port and the river that goes through to the main area of Galway. In a nice little not as hilly area on the outskirts of the Galway town square. You see that some of the different shop owners have set up different stalls for the different goods that they're selling. There is a variety of pots and huge baking pans that are being set out for dinner that evening. You see over a large fire, Father Doyle is stirring what looks like to be a very hearty stew in like a large cauldron that even as he ladles like the fourth helping for someone. The soup never seems to ever run out. But you all begin to investigate the festival, and that's where we're going to start taking our quick break. We will be back in about 10 minutes to see what all goes on at the festival and if anything happens there. But we'll see you in 10 minutes. See you in a little bit. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another second half of the Morrigan Society, a Irish Mythic Ireland Vaesen campaign. We had started our episode out with a catch up of what had been going on over the past month since our first mystery, and discovered that the small town of Galway is setting up a nice little get together tonight, a sort of block party as it were, block party in the 19th century. But everyone has brought out their tables and chairs to a nice little clearing, plains clearing next to the river and overlooking the port. You all approach, there are a variety of different stands that have the different shops have set up stands to sell their wares. There's a few people that have set up little games for the children to play at. There is a variety of adult games as well, because people are quite competitive here. You can see that there is a darts tournament going on, a variety of different sports that people are playing in the background, and there is food in abundance, which is then a rarity, a sign that things are getting better. The world is your oyster. You have the entire clearing, as well as other areas. Behind the main area you are all in is a flat plains with a variety of tables and different stalls of shops. Behind it is a large forest, and overlooking everything is the river that is running to the right of all the festivities. And of course, there's the port that is way, way off in the distance.
I think the first thing Delilah is going to do is like look around to see if anything seems off. Cause, a large gathering of people, Delilah isn't usually one for like parties or whatnot. But like if there ever was a place for a Vaesen to do something, it would be here. And Delilah kind of wants something to happen. Even though last time something happened to her, she was knocked out for a week, but that's neither here nor there. At least she wasn't bored.
I'm curious what she's making of the new Mr. Williams.
I think you sort of get like a nod. Because Delilah has told you many times, I don't need a butler. So you not being a butler, good.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you're looking for something unusual in your experience.
Relatively unusual.
Okay.
So I suppose investigation, Mary?
Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation.
I would love to. My goodness. I'm so good at investigation. I can't get nerfed by investigation. I ignore penalties from conditions when making investigation tests. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I get 3. I'm gonna be so mad if this is like 7 dice. Okay. 2 6s.
Fantastic. So as you are kind of just hoping this is not going to be some mundane event, hopefully something interesting will go on.
Please.
Just please. You look and you're kind of scanning And you see there are some children that are playing near the riverbed. Luckily, at least this time of year, the river is pretty calm. Um, at least where the kids are playing at currently is more of like a shallow area that kind of like slowly down goes down the hill. So it's a bit of a calmer location, like almost like a creek that they're playing in
Mhm.
off of the river. But what catches your eye is that among some of the different natural like falling pieces of wood or natural debris that can be found near rivers, um, you find these clumps of hair. Some of them are plain like clumps, like almost look like shed, uh, but there's a few that you found like kind of almost like squished between a rock that have some skin connected to it, uh, that you see like dried blood at the end. That it's pretty fresh, or I would say like probably within the last week, something
Mhm.
like this happened. Um, it doesn't look human. It has a water wicking nature, but those are like some of the weird things you see. Um, you can also see that in the deeper parts of the waterway. And what's at least cool about this area is there's the very deep river areas and
Mhm.
there's offshoots of creeks. When you get to the more deeper river areas, uh, it looks as though the rocks are set up very deliberately. That uh, you can see that there probably was some sort of semblance of something that has been taken apart.
Mm. I think. Sorry, my cat was making noise behind me. I think with sort of a gleam in Delilah's eye that hasn't been there since before she was unconscious. She's gonna turn to the group. I think something is a bit off there that requires investigation. So I am gonna go off and do that. Whoever would like to not indulge in these festivities and would like to, see if something crazy happens, I'm gonna go over there.
I feel like if something crazy happens, we'll hear it.
Yes,
Uh,
but I'd like to. I'm so bored, Violet. So I going over there. I am just doing the kind thing of letting you guys know I am leaving you.
You notice, she says, I don't need a butler, and then immediately turns around and says, won't someone come with me?
Okay, I am
Oh.
not asking for someone to come
He
with
waits
me.
until you have walked away to say that.
I am.
He knows better than to let his employers hear
I'm gonna say that for Violet, this feels nostalgic because this feels like home. Like she's not from a big city. She's not from a place with a whole lot of people. She's from a place that has, that had like a sizable number of families, but like in a community where everyone was close enough to where everyone knew each other. So like this feels a little bit nostalgic. She and Ian are kind of just gonna like walk around. Some of the kids might want to come over and pet Ian because he's a big dog. Just be another thing that reminds her of like the way things used to be. But she's gonna try to just take in the moment, talk to like the people in towns, and like get to know people like a little bit more. Actually,
Yeah, it is surprisingly similar. Um, the lights aren't as twinkling, and the you're almost looking to hear the very eccentric laugh of one of your friends from back home, but you cannot hear those sounds because alas, you are here. But it is at least a good night. The weather is warm, and people are in good spirits. But I guess for Violet, where do they go? There's a variety of different stalls that people are sitting at. There is a large buffet-like line of people brought a bunch of different dishes to share in this large feast.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm gonna say that Violet looks like she's about to go to like to the stalls and just kind of like talk to people, and then Ian looks over at the buffet table and whines. And she's just like, "Not yet, bud. We'll grab something to eat after." And then like she just goes off. If there's anyone who she hasn't already met from just kind of like walking around and everything, then the people here are nice enough to not like give her a look when she passes by. So like with those kinds of people, she extends the same courtesy and gets to know the people in her space.
yeah. So as you kind of like start going about socializing, you meet a variety of people, and everyone is in very good spirits. You actually see there is a rather eccentric woman. I guess many in town would call her peculiar. Her name is Ida Doherty, who seems to have her nose stuck in a book.
Mhm.
Uh, and almost runs into you, not realizing you
Mhm.
are on a crash course.
This just seems so familiar somehow. Violet says, thinking of Venna. Uh, and it's just like, sorry, I didn't see you there.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Goodness, and she readjusts her large bottle cap glasses. She's got long, long dark hair that has been intricately braided and a rich skin tone that has almost the semblance of a nice mahogany. Uh, the sunset kind of just gleams on her and just is the perfect highlight on her as she just says, I really didn't mean to run into you. I was just, it was a really good chapter in my book, and
Mhm.
I, I was supposed to come out here because I heard there's a shopkeeper, that Nisha, that was setting up a stall, I believe, and well, Nisha always has the best items in town, so uh, I figured I would get dinner and finish my book, uh, and she just trails off
Mhm.
as she
Mhm.
speaks.
Yeah, it's no problem. I have plenty of friends who get lost in a good book from time to time. Did you get that one from the library? Or is that your own collection?
Oh, yes. I got it from Miss Rebecca McBride. She has. Did you see the new library? Oh, they built
Mhm.
it from scratch, and it's filled with so many books. I didn't know there were that many books.
Yeah, I actually spent some time earlier in there. We might have just missed each other.
Well, I usually can be found there, or probably in Nisha's shop. I am hoping that maybe he'll give me an apprenticeship, but don't say anything. Don't pressure him into it. Uh, and she very much looks. You can tell that she's definitely not an extrovert. Uh,
Mhm.
but you've definitely touched on one of her like her special subjects.
Mhm.
Uh, and she will talk your ear off for the evening. Um, but she talks and says, "You know, I've heard the strangest story. There was a village up north from here about and she's going to say this in kilometers, but I'm a dirty American that does not know kilometers. Uh, that was about 30 miles from here. and they had saw this large creature that just came from the river. I was a bit nervous coming out here when they said they were going to set it up near the river, but hopefully we won't see it here.
Okay, cool. I mean, well, what else did you hear? Tell me more about it.
And she would just continue. Well, they saw it was swimming upstream, and it almost looked like a large beast that had webbed feet. Very, very good swimmer. Did come up for air though. Some of them said they tried to catch it with a net, but I don't think they were lucky to get it. The, some people said that it was eating up all the fish in the river, but uh, there's a lot of fish in the river, so I didn't know how something like that could eat up all the fish in the river. But it seemed to have a slick body and a almost dog-like for the body, and okay, you got to understand. This is what I heard, but its head looked like an otter.
Like an otter? That's so interesting. And yeah, don't worry about it. We're just gossiping. We're just, things that you heard. What was
Yeah.
the just out of curiosity, what was the body of water? What was the lake that they found it around?
They and she will explain that they found it actually on the main riverway in Galway. That is actually lines up right outside your house. Um, it is the River Corb, and I can spell it in the chat for you.
Okay. See, Mary, if you ever need to figure out miles to kilometers, a 5K is 3 miles.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mm.
And then the river does feed into a large lake, which is the Loch Carb, but it is a large waterway that you would know there are a lot of strange creatures that make their home in the different lochs and waterways of Ireland and many other places. But this does sound strange and almost outlandish, even for a Vaesen.
Mm-hmm. Eating all the fish. That's so interesting. It's so like, and that's just. Thank you, Ida. I haven't heard anything like this from anyone else before. You think that it being so, what was I gonna say? That it being such an interesting thing that like there'd be more gossip or something around it, but I don't know. That'll be a fun little weekend. Maybe I can explore and see what's going on.
Oh, I hope so. People get nervous and then they do strange things. So I just hope it doesn't get blown out of proportion.
Oh yeah, definitely. And with that, she's like, this is the like this is the part of the conversation where like you've made a positive like you made like a very positive impact. You've had a nice little conversation, you've gotten what you need. It's time to get out now before so they remember that positive feeling and like everything is good. You see Violet, you wave at her, and then you don't really need to do anything else. So she's gonna be like, all right. Like Ian picks up on this and like starts to like poke at the back of her, and it's just like, sorry, I gotta take him around, but it was so nice meeting you, and maybe I'll see you again at the library. Good luck with your book.
Oh, thank you. I'm hoping I can finish it tonight. Should I have enough candles? But and she gives a wave and goes back into her book, tripping over a large branch on the ground, but continuing on her way to a seat at one of the many tables that have been set up.
All right. And I am actually going to make good on taking Ian over to the buffet so that way I can snag him something to eat.
There's actually a huge supply of meat here, quite a rarity. That of different. There was. It seems like there was a pork roast. Someone even had some preserved beef that they brought out just for the special occasion.
Uh,
And there's a huge stew pot. You see, Father Doyle saved a large bone for Ian to have.
just what I was going to ask for. That's so perfect.
And he's happy, like gnawing on that. And there's even you can tell that this one wasn't cleaned as well as it normally would be. So Ian would also get a nice little treat there too.
Sick.
But Celadonna, there's beautiful music being played. And you actually see a couple that you know very well. Delilah, you would also know as you begin trying to investigate.
Kids are in the way.
Darn kids playing.
Delilah's like, I
street.
cannot push children away. They are by a body of water. This would be frowned upon, but it'd be convenient.
Yeah, many of them are splashing around in the nice little creek area. But you are investigating, and both you and Delilah, Celadon and Delilah, see that Liam is playing a fiddle for everyone. And you see his new wife is singing as well as playing a guitar,
New wife who
filling
is
the room with festivities.
named. Say it. Come on.
Remember my NPCs, Mary.
It's Maeve.
Maeve, yes. I'm like, I wrote every other name down, and I'm like, why can't I find it?
It's Maeve.
But yes, Maeve. You do see that Maeve is there playing alongside. She looks so much happier. Both of them do. He's not wearing red. Actually, he is wearing more of a nice dark green suit. The suit jacket off and just wearing a button up currently. But they are playing music, and you see people are beginning to dance. And
I would say as Celadonna is approaching the music stand, she is still holding like a bowl of stew. She probably had like at least 3 bowls. Like one thing is canon is that Celadonna has a really large appetite. She's a tree. She's part tree after
She's
all.
part tree.
Yeah. And I think she also has brought over from the house the jar of honey, and that's her offering to the buffet. Like she brought it to the drinks table to be mixed into different teas and wine and such. And because her philosophy is food should be shared, which she actually learned from her for her friend Father Segundo. Food should be shared with everybody. And she is going to go have a word with Carlson at some point, but not today. Today she's just going to
word, you know.
she's just going to steal for now, and so that sharing can be achieved. But somewhere between that and like before she starts to consume copious amount of food from all of that street stalls and things, she is going to invite Kiva to join her so that she could taste the food as well as part of her. But then she will be her attention will be drawn to the music, and she will step over feet already moving about a bit, and seeing Liam and Maeve so happy, is going to turn to the first person she sees, which possibly is Delilah, and will
I
reach
mean,
out
yeah,
and
I was
say,
gonna say, since children are in the way, Delilah has
yeah,
temporarily put investigate on hold and had like, Spot, Bennett, and Maven, like, follow up to the mission
yeah.
before this situation is gonna like tail after
So
Celadon anyways.
I think Celadonna is just going to turn around and see Delilah there and reach out a hand and say, "We're gonna have a dance. Do you know do you know the leading part?"
I had to get trained in dancing. Yes, I can lead. I don't
Grant.
often get led by other people.
So she will just sort of invite Force and tells Delilah that they're gonna
You
dance now.
did
And
hey, we're gonna dance. Do you know how to lead? I did get
yeah,
voluntold.
yeah.
Voluntold rather. Yeah, Delilah's gonna start leading.
You are dancing together, and the music is lively and jolly. There are people that are bringing out instruments from their homes, seeing that both Liam and Maeve are playing. There's someone who brings out a large um, Irish drum. There's a bunch of different other instruments, more fiddles come out. Uh, and are you all just enthralled in the dance, or are there any discussions being had as you are dancing about?
So have you been enjoying yourself at the festival? The food is quite nice.
Ah, I my sense of taste is dulled, so food is more of a formality. I was
Have you
gonna
tried
investigate. Hmm?
have you tried chili pepper?
Uh, not I can't say that I have recently. No.
Well, it brings out the flavor sometimes.
You know, Williams goes on about how garnishes and things bring out flavor, but again, food is, formality. I was gonna investigate the river, but children are in the way, and I do not think that we would be received well if I started pushing children in rivers.
What are you investigating in the river?
I saw clumps of hair. Some had still skin and blood on it, um, which means that something is possibly going on. And there's been not a lot going on recently, so it would be nice if something happened.
Oh, you're bored, aren't you?
Aren't you?
Well, there's much to do, and things are interesting, people are interesting, and so I've been keeping myself occupied. But can you show me the hair? Can I take a look at it?
Do you think you could scare away the children?
Well, I can
I
try.
mean, you can, the thing.
If not,
I'm
well,
not above pushing them in the river, but
I
if
can
if
think
we
of
have a
another. I can think of a few different options of scary things that children might run away from.
if it leads to something happening, I suppose you can leave now.
If I don't know if Delilah has collected examples. Since she's a
I mean,
detective.
there's
Uh,
probably there's probably hair and yeah in her
yeah.
pockets, just in, like like
So
glass jars.
yeah, like properly collected,
Hmm.
Victorian style sample bag,
Yep.
picked up with gloves. Um, can I kind of scour through my occult knowledge to try to identify what this might be, or what kind of creature or things like to pull something else's hair off.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, and for this, we're going to do. You are looking back on your previous knowledge. So go ahead and give me a logic learning for kind of analyzing uh, these tufts of hair.
Okay.
And then I would also like to better investigate the tufts of hair. Less
Yeah,
cult knowledge and more Delilah knows a lot about a lot.
100%.
Mhm.
Go. You can also do a. I would say for you, it would be observation. Uh, yeah, observation empathy.
Oh man, does it have to be empathy?
Okay, I can hear an argument for investigation. I can hear
Listen,
it'll be a harder check.
and
But
that's fine. I can listen. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I just have it would have been just a 3 dice pool instead of a 7 dice pool. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
what did you get, Celadonna?
I just have the 1-6.
Hey, that's all
1-6.
you need. Yours is a more basic skill. At least because Delilah is trying to dive in further with this skill. Delilah's going to need at least 2.
And
What did you get?
that's really awesome. I got nary a 6.
Oh, okay. All right.
I got nothing. I bigged up my I got 7 dice. It'll be fine. Let me just and this roll will mean nothing. Let me just roll 3 dice to see what could have happened if I. That sucks. That was a 6. That was 1 6.
Oh no.
That sucks. So yeah, I biffed this one, but that's fine.
Hey, you kind of like start looking at the hair, and it's just the more you mess with it, the more the sample is getting broken into pieces. So it is just hard for you to glean any new information, Delilah. But for Celadonna, the hair in question appears to be otter hair. Um, there are some otters in Ireland, uh, but the nature of the hair and the skin is a significantly tougher hide than what you'd normally find on an otter.
Hmm.
And in fact, that beneath the hair, it's strange. It's almost as though the hair is growing out of scales. And you could even see the skin that came off was almost scaled in nature.
So the skin, does it look like it's ripped off, or does it seem almost like reptilian shed?
It doesn't look, I will say some of the samples that Delilah found do look like shed, varying types of shed. The one with the blood, however, looks to be a clean cut. That like a skinning type situation.
Okay. I don't know how long it's been since I let Kiva haunt me, and what consequences that might be. But she's gonna just say, and I don't think Delilah knows that was happening either. So she would just say, "All right, Kiva, I think we have some serious business to attend to. Would you mind?" And I don't know if we're walking towards the river at this point, but if we are, as we go towards the river, do we see the kids like still running around?
Yeah, there are a few kids still playing either near like the shallow creek
Mhm.
area or near the edge of the river. Um,
Okay. I think Celadonna is gonna go towards them, and then as she go, she will say that to Kiva and say, "Would you mind going back into my necklace? And when you come out, can you make it as scary as possible?"
I can do that. Yes, yes. And you see her just floop into the necklace as like the gem almost looks as though it's swirling. And as you prepare to scare the children, Mr. Williams, what have you been getting up to at this festival?
Oh yeah. So first of all, he was kind of keeping an eye on Delilah, even not going with, but keeping an eye. Once she wanders back over, he's comfortable focus, shifting his focus elsewhere. Um, it's a large crowd of people having a really good time, and this is something he hasn't experienced in a long while, and it worries the bleep out of him. I would like to do an observation roll, please.
100%.
Seriously? Okay. No. Wait. Is it just sixes or is it fives as well?
Just sixes, but you can always push a roll.
It's true.
I forgot you can push
Yeah,
rolls. I
6
never
dice.
done that.
3, 4, 1, 1, 5, 2. So yes, I'm going to go ahead and push. And now I've got 2 sixes. Also need to take a condition. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it frightened. Not quite frightened, more like very worried, because large crowds of very happy people always end well. So is there anything that he picks up on that from that observation?
Are you looking for like general strangeness of people, Vaesen activity?
Always Western activity, but also basically just the okay. Everybody here is relaxed and friendly and having a good time. Who's not?
Okay. There are a few.
And he's not
Uh,
necessarily paying attention to anybody who's just socially anxious. That's not what he's looking for.
yeah, you're looking more so for people that might have not the best intentions.
Yeah.
As far as that is concerned, there is a person, or actually multiple, that look to be a little bit more scowly or not necessarily joining into the festivities, or not, at least if they are trying to mimic, it is not meeting the actual emotion. Um, you see a woman that kind of looks as though like her natural resting face is a scowl. You would know her to be Concepta O'Brien. Not a big fan of your friend Celadonna. Uh, Constantly is the type of person to try and talk to the different constables if there's anything out of place, if children are being too loud. Uh, Not a very kind woman. Um, you
Concept
also,
Karen O'Brien. Got it.
yeah, yep, basically.
Right.
You also notice Mr. Donaldson. He has he's actually serving at the buffet line and it's not. It's more of like it's not like a buffet, but the basically like the potluck line, and seems to be incredibly joyful and jovial, but the smile doesn't match his eyes, and he is paying attention more than enjoying the festivities. Um, you would know that Mr. Donaldson is a community leader in Galway, has very strong pro-Britain opinions, very much is trying to keep Galway uh, not causing problems, like keep them under British rule.
Okay.
Very, very pro-Britain.
All right. So it sounds like the usual people are being themselves. There isn't something that pings as a this guy over here has a bomb.
Yeah, no, there's nothing like that at
Okay.
least right now.
All right. So Williams is going to dig into a satchel he's got with him, into what remains of his field kitchen after decimating it last time. Pulls out a bottle of ale, takes a quick look around to make sure Delilah's not watching, takes a small chug to work up his nerve, and he's going to join the crowd of people, unwrapping his little package. He's got a fiddle with him, and he's going to play badly. He's going to play stiffly. He's trying to have fun, but not very good at this stuff. Going along with the crowd. There are occasional moments where there is obvious effort in playing that way, but that's yeah.
As you begin playing, it's been a while, and the looseness that is like more of like the Irish traditional music. There is a lot of improv that goes into it, it is taking you a little bit to get into it, but let's see how well you do. Can you roll a inspiration empathy check for me?
Okay, so just to be clear with my intention here, my brain is going to Back to the Future, not Johnny Be Good, the like standing there and strum. I know how to do more than this, but
Totally understand.
That's the intent. With that intent, so I get +2 on inspiration from my field kitchen, +1 on inspiration from the fiddle.
There you go.
And my inspiration is normally a 5, so that's +3. So 8 dice.
Okay, nice. I believe in you.
Well, that's appropriate. 1 6.
You do what you mean to do.
Yeah.
It very much is that very stark limiting factor. Yes.
Sorry. I was gonna say that, like, if it's cool with you, I feel like Violet is going to come out and is going to see you just kind of like stuck, like you're like strum, but like you're holding a consistent note. So like maybe I can go help him. We'll pull out a very rarely used skill of hers because it's something she hasn't done since she left home. She'll try to sing a song over it.
Absolutely. Violet, go ahead and give me an inspiration empathy roll.
Okay. And do I get anything for joining in on him already being successful? That's just a wishful thing. It's okay if it's not.
I will give you an extra die, and I will even say this. Are you in your music trying to do it of like adding to the group, or are you trying to and this would basically make me change the role to manipulation. Are you trying to make there be more of a focus or more of a intent of like helping Mr. Williams sound better in a way? Like you're singing in a way that like what is your intention with this to decide which die roll you make?
Uh, I am very much picking up on what he's doing, and I'm trying to make that. I'm trying to make that better. Like so, in the he has a like he's holding down a kind of like a very like single note. He's staying in a rhythm. I'm going to fix. I'm going to fix that by filling in the gaps outside of what he's doing.
Okay. Go ahead, and this is a little outlandish for what you usually use the skill with. Um, go ahead and roll manipulation for me.
Okay. Being risky, I'm rolling them all at the same time. It's risky, you know, one or the other.
We live on the edge here.
That's a 6.
Absolutely. So you are able to kind of fill in these notes. There's a traditional form of Irish singing that you've got Sean Nose, which is like the very like almost serious uh, type, and then there's another one that is more focused on riffing and like it uses some different traditional Galaga to as the words, but it's very much playing off of another person, and it's almost like a dance between the two, and using the one note that Mr. Williams is doing, you're able to kind of do a version of this type of music, this dance back and forth musically where it actually sounds really cool, for, like, just having one note on a fiddle and, the, improvisational style, that you are doing. As the music swells and, people are celebrating, everyone here, go ahead and, give me a vigilance logic check.
Yay!
Uh-oh. Vigilance logic. Oh, I'm good. That's
Yippee!
6 dice. That's 6 dice.
Rolling 5 die, and my best one is a 4.
I got a 6. Let's go.
I got 3 6s. What do I observe and perceive?
You observe every speck of dust in the place. But sorry, how many sixes did you get, Celadonna?
Just one.
One. Okay. So Mr. Williams doesn't notice this until it is broadly apparent. Delilah's gonna notice it first. There, at first, there's no sound,
Mhm.
but as like the music begins to swell, you see coming out of the tree line, uh, someone is staggering using each of the trees almost as like throwing themselves from tree to tree as a form of balance. Uh, they stagger at the front of the woods, and you see they're covered in blood. You can see bite wounds across their body. They are missing an arm, and you see them uh, waver and fall to the ground. And while Delilah was able to see the staggering through the woods as like it came into the clearing, uh, Violet and Celadonna, you notice that uh, you notice it when he fully breaks tree cover, and Mr. Williams notices it when someone lets out a blood curdling scream,
Mhm.
realizing the person hurt on the ground.
Yeah, I think as soon as Delilah like saw like someone like stumble into the tree, she did like rush over.
yeah, the after like seeing him is kind of like when the song stops, and it's just like gathers Eden real quick and starts heading over that way. Especially if I'm seeing that Delilah's already started moving.
Once I hear that scream that clues me in, I am very much aware that this crowd is, a hair's breadth away from, panic and stampede and trampling people. I apologize, Mary, because this is not exactly the mood here, but bear with me. Having made the reference earlier, I can't help it. William's gonna lean over to Liam. Violet, you're rushing off, or are you still right?
I'm
there?
rushing off, yeah.
Okay, so you don't hear, or at least you wouldn't be right there to hear. He leans into Liam, and in a voice none of you have ever heard, says, "This is a polka in B. Watch me for the changes and try to keep up." And he's going to keep the audience busy.
Yeah.
I'm so obsessed. All right, how are
My
you doing?
secret
this?
Irish butler.
Steve does not know the appropriate equivalent to a Johnny B. Good, but it's something like that will get people just glued.
It's vibey.
Yeah.
Go. Give me an inspiration roll.
Yep.
Fresh inspiration.
Okay. Still have my ale. I still have my my fiddle.
Bonus die for the previous good roll.
Okay. Okay. Yes. And incidentally, I have taken since last time the performance talent, which allows me to ignore conditions for inspiration and manipulation. So I am rolling 9 dice, and we'll see. Okay, 4.
Amazing. Describe to us. This is all but like the people would be surprised if there wasn't smoke coming off of this fiddle at this point.
Yeah.
With the riffs and the absolute like sheer difficulty of the notes that you are playing, the high pitched notes that don't end up squeaky but sounding just like almost like wind, like a breeze, just hitting through like the reeds. How do you perform this?
A part of himself that hasn't surfaced in decades is pushing its way through. His stomping a foot for a percussion background. I'll put it this way. There is a story in Appalachia about the early days when you had like Germans and you had Irish folks living in the same communities and trying to play music together. And the Germans had very delicate musical instruments that were meant to be played, with reverence, and they tried to keep up. And they would their instruments would break, which is why you end up with a mountain dulcimer, because that was basically designed to be a little more robust. So I think some of the folks who have joined previously and are trying to keep up are going to need some instrument repair by the time that they're done. But for the meantime, just digging deep into into mood. Look here, look here, look here. Not over there. Look here.
The devil went down to Georgia, but he stopped in Ireland first.
No.
Yes, absolutely. Everyone is trying to keep up. Some are doing much better than others. With the deafness, you actually noticed that Liam, the one that originally started the music at the beginning of the party, surprisingly deft and able to keep up with you. And you can tell that he, with your powers of the sight, he is using enchantment magic to keep people focused on the music, kind of interweaving it through the notes. Um, you see Father Doyle like hears the screen, runs into uh, one of the houses on the outskirts to get some sort of sheet or something, uh, some sort of privacy. As Violet and Delilah, you dart towards the person. You get up to him, and it's a very grisly sight. This person looks as though they have been mauled by something gargantuan, something very large. I would say not gargantuan, a very like almost bear big.
Mm-hmm. Delilah is gonna take off her like suit jacket and like hold it against like the arm that's missing. Sure, like like stop that. Make some sort of tourniquet if she can to whatever arm is remaining. And probably also like with like suspenders, like tries to like make tourniquets where applicable to try to like if this person is still like alive.
They are on the brink. You can tell if they don't get direct medical care by a very skilled professional, uh, they will not be staying on this mortal coil for long.
Do you want me to roll to see how well I buy them time?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a medicine precision check.
Can I help? Because
Absolutely,
I would love
Celadonna.
yeah, because
I
I do
precision.
have proficiency in like medicine and like herbalism and things. So she's just gonna start taking out some things from her pocket, and we'll try to create a solve.
So is that a bonus dice, Mary?
So how about this? Celadonna, go ahead and give me a medicine precision roll to see making up this quick medicine. And then depending on what how many successes Celadonna gets, those are auto successes you can add to your roll, Delilah.
Okay.
It's a little different than what we normally do for help,
Okay.
but
I'll say that if anything, Violet might is going to try to be unobserved and trace the path of blood back the way the guy came. So if he's bleeding on tree to tree, then that should be easy.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 6s for you.
Okay. So that would be 2 bonus dice then, Mary?
those are 2 successes that you get.
Okay, cool.
Just sheer successes.
I got 2 6s.
Good, because this was the hardest level check you can get in this game, which is the necessary for 3, just to keep him alive.
And we got 4.
You got 4.
So is Father Doyle like at? Did he like come to where we are?
He's brought like the sheet. You see a few other like stronger men and women have brought out like a basically like a words are hard. It is basically a way you can carry someone like the cloth in the middle
gurney or like
like basically like a very low tech gurney that has to be carried. But
as soon as people sort of get to this man, Delilah is gonna immediately like beeline over to where Violet is, like investigating the blood.
Violet, go ahead and give me a up to you observation, empathy, investigation, logic, or vigilance logic?
Observation empathy is a 6. Investigation logic is an 8. So we'll do that. Got 2 successes. 3 successes.
You absolutely see the blood trail.
Mm-hmm.
It is leading further into the forest, closer to the river, kind of like in a diagonal.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to follow the blood, or?
I'm going to, I am going to follow the blood. I think that like they very much have it handled. And I probably hear Delilah making her way after me like in the bushes, so like I know I'm not alone. So I'm gonna head that way.
You follow the blood on the trees, just kind of dancing through the brush, and the different natural fallen logs, being wary of any kind of mushrooms that you see, not to step into a mushroom ring. You get further, about like a 10 minutes run into the forest towards a clearing where the widest part of the river is.
She said, like, and just in my own remembering, right, of talking to, what was her name one more time?
Ida or Ida?
Let's say Ida. She said, she said it was the river. She said it was the river. She said it looked like some sort of scaled creature with the face of an otter, and that it was hungry enough to eat all the fish in the river. There's not really a lot I can. Oh, is there anything I can see around this area right now as I'm like investigating directly before
Yes.
like I move anywhere?
As you get to the clearing, you see a makeshift dam, or not necessarily dam, but more of a den that's been built into one of the rolling hills next to the river.
Hmm.
What you catch as you approach, that is going to require a fear roll, is a arm being slowly drug into this den.
Cute.
Okay. And how do I roll fear?
So you choose how you approach your fear, either through logic or through
Hmm.
empathy. You roll your logic or empathy, like the total dice you have in that attribute.
Hmm.
And since Delilah is with you, you can add one additional dice.
Okay.
Am I also rolling fear, or?
You will see it at the tail end. So yes, go ahead and make a fear roll as well.
And then
You get
Delilah
an
does
extra
have
die
her,
because of Delilah.
Yeah. Delilah does have her cane sword out. Yep.
Perfect.
I know what you meant. It's okay.
Violet, first are hard.
And that's okay.
Yeah,
I understood.
I've got a walking stick. I beat a nun up who was microdosing the blood of the father of spring.
I beat up a misogynist. Cool. That is
2 successes.
Okay. You just needed one success to not be terrified.
Rock on.
Yeah.
Simple horror.
We're old hats at this. You got the two most put it in a box and deal with it later.
Right,
People
exactly.
investigating this right now.
Yeah. I'll unpack this later. I'm literally haunted by nightmares. What do you mean?
But yes, you see this rather large den that has been built in to the side of this this hill, along with like the riverway. Like there's water going into the den as well.
I'm going to I'm gonna look over at Ian and I'm gonna say, "Go get help, boy," and then send him off back the direction that we came, so that way, if Celadonna or if Mr. Williams are going to come over our way, they can follow Ian.
Speaking of Celadonna and Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, you're doing a very good job of distracting people. And you watch as Liam kind of begins to stand with his fiddle, and very much like uh, the classic fable, he starts leading the people with music towards the town square to be a little bit away from the chaos. Um, what is Celadonna and Mr. Williams doing currently?
Well, previously I was trying to scare the children off, away from the
Objectives have
location.
changed.
Yeah, they begin following the music as
That's
as
great.
that enchantment magic takes hold.
So I think she's going to do the one thing that she is the most good at, which is whatever this creature that is responsible for the situation is, she's going to try to like reach out and see if there's any kind of psychic bond that she can form with the spirit of it.
So go ahead and give me a observation empathy.
Okay. Very good at that. Guys, don't fail me. I don't have a single 6, so I'm going to push myself.
The dice failed you.
How do I do that?
So you take since this is a mental attribute, you take a mental condition,
Okay.
and you get to re-roll your dice.
I'm going to take frightened because I think when she doesn't understand, she fears the consequences. Or like when she thinks she couldn't help solve a problem, people end up getting hurt. And I think she assigned herself a lot of blame for whenever people get hurt. Parental trauma. Okay, here we go. 6.
With a success, you are able to kind of reach out with your mind, while the only spirit you sense is the one you brought with you. Um,
Okay.
you do sense, as far as like empath-like abilities, a sense of deep-seated anger and revenge.
Okay. Well, we've solved one vengeance quest. She is currently very happy and content in my necklace, but she's going to follow her sense and go towards wherever that like she's following her mental GPS to reach the spot where the anger is streaming out of.
You it is at that moment that you notice Ian barreling through the woods, barking. As that happens, Mr. Williams, what are you doing?
I think there is a moment of hesitation as he tries to decide whether he's going with Liam or trying to find his friends. Ian to the rescue. He is absolutely happy to slip away from the crowd and follow Ian. Looks to see if Celadon is coming or if she's got a lead of her own.
Celadonna is like following whatever that like source of anger is. So if it happens to be where Ian is coming out of, then yes. If not, then she's going towards wherever that is.
It is leading exactly in that direction that Ian is coming out of.
Okay, yeah,
And
great.
he will so you guys don't have to make any kind of like checks to make your way through because you do have someone leading you. As that happens, Delilah and Violet. So
Hi.
there is a big old river in the way between you and that watery cave, like den. Um, what's your plan?
Nothing good.
You know, physical combat should be avoided, but if it's not, and then Delilah like holds up the cane sword that's out of its sheath.
I mean, she's gotta feel you on that, and Violet's gonna pull out a knife out of her boot, and then if you're just like, oh man, that's cool, and then like another one, and then like a third just in case, and it's just like, yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, okay.
But it is like, all right, cool. So we're getting across the river. How? And this is my moment to say, Mary, what do we see on the path heading towards this den? Like stones we would theoretically hop over to get to, or like what?
How deep is the river as well?
So it would be at least like waist high. If you were gonna just trudge through. And it also has, at least at this point, a pretty good rapid. So if you were gonna just try brute force walk your way through, it would be a force check to just kind of power through. To do an agility check, very much as you were describing, there are a few very large rocks that you could hop to. As well as, if that is the riskier fast way, is by going rocks. The less risky slow way is that there is a large fallen down tree. It's a bit more out of the way further down the riverway, the waterway, but that is it's a lot wider. It's a bit safer. You could cross basically with not even really needing to make a check, but it would take longer to get back to where you need to be.
Delilah's taking the rocks.
Yeah, same.
Let's go! Listen, my motivation's thrill seeking. Let's fucking go.
No, it's Violet just trusts her gut, and her gut says she'll be fine.
Yep. So agility physique.
Yep, agility physique.
Now this is a 3 dice pool that I'm cooking with. What's funny about that, Mary?
It's fine. It's all good. You're gonna be fine.
I got 1 6. Do I need any more 6s?
That's all you need.
I got
just
3
one.
6s.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Way to flex. My god.
So, go ahead.
Please describe to us how you flex on Delilah getting across the riverway.
Okay.
So it's like we both look at it and we both kind of understand exactly like that we're just gonna take the stones over, right? And so then Delilah like takes a minute to like stretch or just kind of like get ready into it. Violet just takes off. Again, I need to mention Violet hates running. Immediately though, just hops from stone to stone to stone, not stopping, not slowing down in the slightest before she finally shows up and turns around and is like, what are you still doing over there?
Delilah does flip you off, but I'll keep things, as she does, jumps over the rocks, not with as much like grace and elegance, but like whatever.
It's a little touch and go there for a minute, but you are able to get across. At the point you guys are getting across, Mr. Williams and Celadonna, you see the tail end of them getting across. As I said, there's 3 main ways to get across. You can go by force physique, agility physique, or the long way around, no check required.
Just to be just be clear here, they are on the other side. Are they like standing in the entrance, or like?
I feel like by the time you catch up with us, we're probably just like still not in the cave yet. just for the sake of us going to the horrible cave together.
Okay.
We need to go through the water, is it?
Yeah, so the cave den, you are on the forest side, which then there is river, and then the opposite side where the cave is. It is a pretty deep river, so you would either have to skip across the stones to get to the other side. There's also a fallen tree log where you could walk across, but it's going to take some time to get to that tree and to get all the way back. Or you can brute force.
I'm gonna try to see if the tree can be my friend, and yeah. Well, Celadonna sees tree. We'll go to tree. That's the instinct.
Okay. So you don't have to make a check unless you're trying to get the tree to like move itself. But you're able to make your way across. It's just going to take a little bit more time.
Yeah.
How, Mr. Williams, how are you getting across?
If if Delilah and Violet aren't like in the middle of the entrance to the cave, are still, at least a few feet away, having tapped into a much less genteel part of himself, Williams is going to try none of the above. He digs into his satchel. He pulls out a bottle of very high proof Irish whiskey, pops the top, shoves something in, lights it, and he's going to throw it at the entrance to the cave.
Just tries to hit us with a Molotov.
No, I'm trying
You
not
made
to
sure we
hit
weren't
you with
over
the
there.
Molotov, making sure you're not standing in the entrance to the cave yet.
Go ahead, and make me a ranged attack roll to see if it can land where you want it to.
Delilah gives you such an odd look.
That's 2.
Heck yeah. All right. You lob it where you want it. And this is the series of events that happen.
Right.
Violet and Delilah, you're not going to get hurt by this, but there will be the fear of, oh my god, a Molotov cocktail, like
This flew
explosive.
past my head.
Yeah.
Dive out of the way. Celadonna is walking across.
We're in the
Wait, Anton.
And
Smokey the Bear is very mad at us right now.
He's pissed.
there is the large sound of like the blast going off. Whatever was inside took the damage and is angry. And you see walking out with an arm in its mouth a very strange creature. It is the size of a bear. It has the head of an otter, and in its mouth it does have the limb. It has very dog-like body, where its arms are more scaled and flipper-like. I need a terror roll from everybody. Another one.
Rock on.
This is going to be a bit more difficult because now not only is it creepy monster, but now it is angry creepy monster.
Is there
On
any
fire.
On fire,
On
which
fire.
is kind of especially bad for Celadonna. Are there any Friendship is Magic bonus dice with this one?
Yes, so the entire crew is here, so you get to add 3 extra dice.
Rock on.
Nice.
Dice to your
Okay, this is a 7
roll.
dice.
Everybody
pool.
does.
I feel pretty good about that.
I got 8.
Knock on wood. That is 2 6s.
3 6s for me.
Just 1 for me.
Oh. Williams?
I am rolling 8 dice, not a single 6.
Oh, Williams, my butler.
All right. For both Celadonna and I guess who did not get 2 successes? And then I believe Celadonna got 1.
Yeah.
and Mr. Williams got 2. Um,
No, Mr. Williams got
I
0.
got
I
none.
got 2.
or
Yeah, I
sorry,
got 3.
Yeah.
you take extra damage depending on how many you lose, hence the
Yeah.
brain mouth mix up.
Yeah.
But you both get to decide how your fear inhabits you. You can flee, you can freeze, you can literally faint out of fear, or fight. Those are the 4 options. You can roll a d4 if you would like to leave it up to chance, or you can choose how you would do it.
I think Williams is going to freeze. That was much more effective than he expected it to be. He was just trying to make a bang, and
you did.
yeah, his intent was for Delilah and Violet to still have eyebrows afterwards.
And we do, but we might lose like a limb, or kind of shortly after Delilah said, "Let's try to avoid physical combat."
And
then
let's do a little investigation here.
Butler,
So we have a-
Castiel, hey ass butt.
I also love that it's the 2 of us, once again, the closest to this thing, having risked the most to get here, are the 2 ones that are the most calm about this scenario.
Right. Stone cold bitches.
And then both of you need to roll a d6 to see how many rounds this fear will last. And Celadonna, what did you get for your fear
So
reaction?
this is going to be interesting because I rolled a d4 to help me decide, and I rolled a 4, so I'm a fight.
Yeah, let's go, Celadonna. But also,
yeah, I have no capacity of fighting for 3 rounds.
So if you take the fight terrified condition, basically,
Yeah.
what that means is that it doesn't matter who's in your way, you're throwing hands.
Oh god.
Everybody's an enemy right now for at least 3 rounds. It'll take you at least a round to get to the den. But we can deal with that when we get there. As both and how many rounds for Mr. Williams?
Miraculously, just 1.
Who's Ian with right now?
I would say he probably stayed with Celadonna since Celadonna went by herself. Oh God. Oh no. Okay.
Mary. What was that for, Mary? Just
Whatever was that for?
Out of curiosity.
With the fight condition, it makes it so things you would normally consider an ally are enemies, and she has an enemy directly near. I will leave it up to the choice of Celadonna whether or not she would see people as enemies or would ignore animals, just because I don't want to force a player to have to attack an animal. But
I would say people mostly.
And just with Celadonna's backstory, I think it makes sense of the animal versus. So I will say you can charge at the person that Ian is too far behind to be a combatant in this case. As Celadonna and Mr. Williams are in this mindset, Violet and Delilah, you raise up a weapon. You see this beast flick up the limb in its mouth, swallow it down, and let out a loud roar that shakes the trees around it. And that is where we're going to end for tonight's session.
Ah!
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
Oh man. But what if we
will deal with figuring out whatever this creature is next time on the Morrigan Society. But before we end for tonight, let's go around quick and give our outros for these wonderful people at the table. We're going to start with our guest, Lewis.
Hi, I am still Lewis Wolf. My pronouns are still he, him. You can find me basically everywhere on social media at itsLewisW. I am a disabled artist slash voice actor slash streamer slash audio drama producer. I have so many hats and a large head, so it works out. Current projects I have is upcoming a pilot for an audio drama, Blood the New World. It is about Latin American mythology and folklore. Right now, we are almost finished with our sister podcast, Myth of the Week, where we go over all the mythology and whatnot that will be in the show. So if you like mythology, check that out. I am also producer of audio drama, microfiction audio drama All at Sea. That's nautical. I think that's currently all the projects I have. Tomorrow, Friday, I will be streaming Dragon Age Veilguard on my Twitch. It's Lois W, and I think that kind of covers it. I will pass it to my fellow Stone Cold bitch, Crimson.
Hi everyone, Crimson Soul, he, him. I've been Violet Eklund this entire time. You can catch me on crimsonsoul.bluesky.social on a day when it hasn't completely fallen apart like today. You can catch me on Twitch at twitch.tv/crimsonsoul_, where I supposedly am a streamer. I'll be back on my channel at some point. You can catch me as an artist, sometimes playing games, sometimes making games. Just kind of depends on what the mood hits, how the mood hits me. You can see me Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe, for the Hero on Nerds with Dice for Operation Grok, a Captain Planet hack of kids on bikes. And then you can catch me Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Valdrianth, where I am playing in a Cyberpunk Thirsty Sword Lesbians game. And Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern for Rotted Capes, a post zombie apocalypse superhero game. And coming up pretty soon, if I finish editing at some point, you can catch me on my new channel on YouTube, Red Room Adventures, where I will be releasing soon a very delayed all-black VTuber game of Root that was supposed to come out for Black History Month. And with that, I'll pass this off to Mr. Williams.
I'm Steve, Tall Halfling on most of the socials, Tall Halfling RPG on Threads. You can find me all over the place, but in particular, I have a bunch of charity fundraiser games coming up. The first two are on Sunday for Trans Lifeline. They're going to be on Many Faced Plays on Twitch and Queers and Spheres on YouTube, simulcasting on both. At 3 p.m. Eastern, we're going to eat the Reich, and at 7:30, we're taking on the real evil of our day, of our time, the medical establishment in Voidheart. And you can also catch Mary and Crimson and me in Rotted Tropics on Tuesdays. Lawrence Monkey presents. I'll have more next week.
And then I think next up is Celadonna.
Yeah. Hi, I have been Celadonna, and I am Ren. You can find me on Blue Sky as Burdick Inspiration. You can also find me as the Lantern Keeper on StopPlaying.games if you're interested in playing more games with me. In terms of performances, you can find me on Sundays in the evening. I am in a Wolf Among Us live stream game. That is a kids on bike, kids on broom hack that is set in the Fable town in the Wolf Among Us world. Every other week, I am also going to be in Dax's channel in a Star Wars live stream game. On Tuesdays, I am. You can see me perform in a Girl by Moonlight game on streaming Rainbow. What else? I think that's it. Yeah. Well, next Monday, in the afternoon, I think 2 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be in a charity one shot of Night Bureau. That's it.
I have been the GM this evening. I'm Mary. My pronouns are she, her. And you can find me online at the Nerd on Wheels everywhere on social media. I've got some fun projects coming up this weekend. You can find me on Nerds with Dice again for the second season of Fields of the Dead, a Walking Dead story. We are set in Wisconsin and trying to survive the zombie apocalypse. There's two tables going on currently. We have one that is dealing with a cult, and the other that is kind of trying to figure out what remains after losing a very vital member of the party. Um, we have interesting stories coming up. The people are reuniting. It is going to be a sad time. You can also find me back here on Sunday night for another episode of Rocket Club, part of the Evil Hat playtest and anthology series. Run by one of our cast members that will be joining us next week, Danny. It is a game where all of us are middle school kids trying to deal with an alien invasion. We've got body snatchers, teachers are just skin suits. It's a whole thing. Um, and you can also catch me on channel Other Doc for a episode of Lords of Gossamer and Shadow, which is a spiritual successor to Amber Diceless. We've been told it is our coziest game ever that Amber Diceless could ever have. So if you want to see cozy King Arthur 3000 vibes, is the world we're currently in. You can check that out later on Sunday night. Uh, as always, we've got so many fun projects here on Nerds with Dice. We have the Kids on Brooms one shot coming up. That is Captain Planet, run by our very own Crimson. We have Fields of the Dead every Saturday night. And we also have other shows coming up. You can check the Nerds with Dice socials, and you can see all our VODs on our YouTube channel, which are posted throughout the Twitch chat. But that is all we have for tonight. So may your dice always roll hot. Remember to take your meds, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.